Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Crown Academy of English. Today we are doing a lesson about the words especially and specially. So, especially and specially. Let's look at the pronunciation. So here is the IPA, and you can see we have 4 syllables here. Especially, especially. So although it is a letter C, it is pronounced sh, especially, especially. And the other word is the same apart from the first syllable. So here we have 3 syllables. Specially, specially. Okay? If you do not understand these symbols, then this is called the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. And I have a video which explains how to understand and use these symbols to help you with the correct pronunciation. Okay, so I have a video about this, and the link to this video, to the IPA video, is at the end of this lesson. Okay, and it's also in the description. So, especially and specially are adverbs. And in this lesson, you will learn the use and meaning of both words. So let's start with especially. Especially describes one person, thing, or situation which is above all of the others. The meaning is similar to when we say in particular. Okay? Let me give you some examples. I like all types of games, especially video games. I like all types of games, especially video games. Okay, so we're saying here, okay, I like all games, but in particular, I like video games. So above all the other types of games, I have a preference for video games. That's what we're saying here. That's what especially means. It is describing, here it is a thing. We are describing one thing, video games, which is above all of the others. Okay, so we are describing something which has a higher degree of something than the others. So in particular. Another example. I like all of my friends, especially Mark. Okay, so I like all of my friends, and in particular, I like Mark. So perhaps Mark is my best friend, but I like all of them. So we are describing here the person who is above all of the others. All of the rooms are dirty, especially the bathroom. Okay, so this is another way of saying that the bathroom is the dirtiest room. It's a way of saying the superlative. So all of the rooms are dirty, and in particular, the bathroom is dirty. So all of the rooms are dirty, especially the bathroom. So here we are describing a thing which is above all of the others, the bathroom being dirty. Let's look at a few more examples. Our baby cries a lot, especially when he's hungry. Our baby cries a lot, especially when he's hungry. So here we are describing a situation which is above all of the others. So our baby cries a lot, and in particular in the situation of when he is hungry. Okay, so in particular when he is hungry. Now here is an interesting one. Dave and Mark like football. So they both like football. That is the context. Now Dave especially watches lots of matches on TV. Now let me explain the meaning here. Here we are saying two people, Dave and Mark, they both like football. But it is Dave in particular. What we mean here is Dave in particular likes football the most. So perhaps out of the two people, it is Dave who is the biggest fan. Okay, so especially is referring to the subject of the sentence, Dave. And since we want to refer to the subject of the sentence, we must write especially immediately after the subject to show that especially is referring to the subject. Okay, especially isn't referring to this. Especially is emphasizing this, the subject. We are making it clear that out of Mark and Dave, it is Dave especially who likes watching TV, watching football. Okay? So this is correct. This is in the correct position. But this sentence is wrong because the position is wrong. Here we have written especially at the beginning of the sentence, and that is why it is wrong. When especially refers to the subject, we must write it immediately after the subject. Okay? Especially can have a similar meaning to particularly. An example, Mark asks, "Do you want to live abroad?" And Jane replies, "Yes, I would especially like to live in France. I would especially like to live in France." So Jane is saying, yes, I would particularly like to live in France. And so here we write especially in the usual adverb middle position. So middle position, since we have a modal verb here, would, then we write especially in between the modal and the main verb, like, I would especially like to live in France. Okay? So that is especially. Now let us look at specially. So the meaning is slightly different. Specially describes the specific purpose of something, the specific or particular purpose of something. Let me give you some examples. I bought a bag specially for my computer. So I bought a bag specially for carrying my computer or my laptop. You can see it's the perfect size and shape for the computer. So I bought it specially for my computer. It is specially adapted for my computer. So I hope you understand the meaning of specially and how it is different to especially. Another example, a common example, the suit was specially made for me. The suit was specially made for me. So I went to a tailor and he measured my arms and my legs and my waist, and then he made a suit specially for me. Okay? It's adapted for me. I went to New York specially to see the Statue of Liberty. I went to New York specially to see the Statue of Liberty. So the specific purpose of my visit to New York was to see the Statue of Liberty. Okay? So that is the meaning of specially. So as you can see, although especially and specially have a similar pronunciation, the meaning is quite different. Okay, there we are, that's the end. And here are some other videos which you might be interested in.